Welcome back. All right, so we got the Toolbelt generation, this new generation of blue-collar kids. They don't want to go to university. They are finding that university is expensive. University is time-consuming. You finish with some skills and maybe you can get a job, probably not. And now you have student debt. What do? You move back in with your parents. You get a job at Starbucks. And you just start sending out resumes. Or you skip all that and you go to trade school right out of high school. So it takes 2 years or so. Oftentimes at trade schools, as you're learning your trade, you can become an apprentice. So you're actually earning a little bit of money as well. Not that much money.
But a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So as you're learning your trade for the 2 years, you're making some money. And then once you're done, you get certified, you get everything taken care of, you can get a good job. And actually, I don't know if this is true everywhere, but in America, these jobs are quite lucrative. You can make some money. I had a friend who did that as a plumber. You think plumber, there's kind of a stigma. That's not the best job to have. You're dealing with a lot of dirty situations.
Got to have low-riding pants.
Low-riding pants, you know? But I mean, he was making $75 an hour as a 24-year-old.
Yeah. And what was I at? I think it was, $8 back then at Starbucks?
Yeah.
$8.50 maybe? Yeah.
I was still in university.
Yeah. Spending money.
Stretching $10 for the week until I got my small paycheck, seeing what I could do at Taco Bell. I think that this generation is learning that this is a thing, and I support it. I think it's a great situation. So college is not for everybody.
No.
That is the important thing, I think.
Yes, and it's also important to spread out the sort of workforce so that if everyone's going to college, then everyone's going to want a higher education job.
Definitely.
And they're not enough. Especially with AI taking over. AI's taking, the Industrial Revolution pushed people out of this vocational industry. And now AI is kind of pushing them back in.
Sure.
It's like this whole circle.
AI can't hammer a nail.
Can't hammer a nail.
Have you seen the robots lately? They're pretty bad.
Yeah,
they can't do it either.
But they think well.
Yeah.
And I'll fix you for a price.
So a lot of people think of college as kind of elite or where the best people go, the brightest people go. But what is the criteria for getting into college in the U.S.?
Well, I mean, obviously you have to graduate from high school or get an equivalent degree, GED. And then you typically have to pass some sort of entrance exam, like an SAT or ACT. There's also other sort of extra things that you can add on here and there. It helps to donate a lot of money to the school as well. If you have a few million laying around, then it's a good job. You can get into a lot of different schools.
Your parents get a building named after them?
Exactly, stuff like that. But yeah, I think the absolute basic is ID. You have to be a person. You have to have a GED, and you have to take some sort of entrance exam, and that's about it.
And I feel like our community college system is quite good and developed. I think that's actually a good thing. It doesn't take much. To get into a community college. And from community college, you can kind of use it as a stepping stone to real college. The 4 years. And,
university, we'll say. Yeah.
And maybe even some of the top tier universities as well.
Correct, yeah.
So, it doesn't take much to get into some kind of college.
Exactly, yeah. And I do like that. There are stepping stones in place. They might not be the best or as good as you want them to be, but there are. Or you can go to vocational school.
Vocational school? Yeah. Learn a trade.
And you don't, do you even need you probably need a GED for vocational school though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah. But otherwise, you're in.
All right, so a lot of times we listen to our parents. They kind of guide us in the future. So what do you think? Should parents be involved in deciding their children's higher education path? Or just let the kids decide?
Deciding's a pretty heavy word in this case. I think obviously parents are going to have more experience in life. They're going to have wisdom that a child should listen to, but ultimately it should be the choice of the kid being like, hey, I want to go to college, or I have my dream, and my dream includes going to college, or it includes not going to college, or it includes vocational school, whatever. And then the parents are like, okay, how can we help you make this happen? I think that's a pretty healthy way of doing it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, because like you said, our parents, although like they did their best, college wasn't necessary. And we were told college is absolutely necessary, and it's not. And so even if someone has the wisdom of their generation, it might not fit the next generation every single time. So
I was already working in my industry without a college degree. Yeah. And I got the college degree because I thought, oh, it'll help me get promoted or get better opportunities. It didn't.
Yeah. But now you have given a lot of money back to the system, so good job. Wow. Thanks, parents. No, actually, it is good like to listen to your parents as a source of wisdom, but they don't have to be the one who makes the decision. You should be the one that does that because you know you better and you know what passion is going to drive you. And that's really where you're going to start making money.
Hopefully.
Yeah, if you're passionate about like watching insects, I don't know, you could become an entomologist, or what is it called? Entomologist, I think.
Entomologist? Or, I mean, throw up a YouTube channel that's interesting.
You know what? Follow your passion. Make money.
That's right.
Be good.
And, smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. That's it for the Toolbelt generation today. We will see you next time.
Nail down.
Nail down.
Throw somebody for a loop.
Throw somebody for a loop.
Staunch.
Staunch.
Vocational.
Vocational.
Lucrative.
Lucrative.